everyone? It's your boy Dave.
Yep, boy!
And with me is the hype man Shane.
Hi!
A.K.A. the Shane Dog. God, I love you. A.K.A. Shane Nasty.
Ew, that's gross.
That's my favorite one. And with me, as always, us, is Rambling Man Russell. I fucked it up.
So that's how the intro goes. We'll try to remember that for next time.
Yeah.
If you have another situation come up.
Yeah.
A.K.A. Russellmania.
Oh, yeah.
And A.K.A. again, Producer Russell.
You were supposed
That's me.
to write the copy down, so you
I was.
knew what to say.
This has been...
Welcome to amateur podcasting.
This is the end. It's the end of the show. This is the show that ends real fast.
So you can go take a nap.
Oh, fuck.
This is the DQP Weekly, however. And we talk about... This is a show we talk about news, movie news,
Yeah.
sometimes trailers.
Yeah.
Not all the time.
Not today.
Not today.
Video games.
Yes.
Video games. Talk about video games.
Video games.
Before we start with stuff,
Okay.
I just wanted to get a quick shout out to my boys Shane and Russell. Last week I needed a mental health day, not to bring anything up, but these guys were super appreciative that I needed a day.
Yeah, man.
So I appreciate
If you need a
that.
day,
Thing.
take a
Dude, I need a day every week.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. So I just want to thank those guys and also take care of your mental health.
Yes.
Yes.
Take a day sometimes and do what I do. Eat junk food and play video games if that's what helps.
Yeah. Sometimes that's what you got to do.
Dude.
That's what I did.
Yeah. It does help.
But anyways, we got some headlines, don't we?
We do have headlines. House of Dragons, the prequel series, has an official release date.
Sequel or prequel?
Sequel, prequel.
Sequel, prequel. A pre-sequel. Okay.
Pre-sequel.
If you will.
Pre-sequel sounds like a bottle of water.
The fancy bottle of water.
Yeah. Comes in like a glass container.
Ooh. Cost you like
cap.
$4.
Yeah. Well, $7. It would have been $4 6 months ago. The official release date is August 21st. I don't fucking care anymore.
That's a weird year.
It's later this year, 2022.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. It took you too long.
Yeah.
Like I'm not excited. I am going to watch it because that's what I do. I
Right.
complain and bitch and then I provide views. Disenchantment. But Matt Smith is in it. So I have to watch it. Because I love me some Matt Smith. I'm a huge Whovian.
That's the Who guy, right?
Huvian? Huvian?
Welcome to Pronouncing Words with Shane David Russell.
Thanks for tuning in to us being like Huvian.
But yeah, no, I don't know. It fucking took too long.
Yeah, and like everything other than the first season sucked to the other one anyway, so.
Yeah. 7 and 8 were real bad.
I know everybody, like not everyone, but a lot of people disagree with me on that, but I don't care.
Yeah, but I mean, it's, it just depends.
I watched up till 3.
Yeah.
No particular reason why I didn't. I stopped. I just did.
Yeah.
Did you like read the books or anything?
I attempted to read the first book and I got pretty far into it and dug it and then kind of lost interest.
Yeah. Right. I mean, I get that. Like,
It's
I
a
don't
lot.
fucking read anymore, so.
I've been trying to read more, but that's been comic books.
Oh, yeah.
That's a solid move.
Yeah.
I applaud that move.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Been reading some Batman.
There's nothing wrong with having some pictures with your words.
No.
Damn right. I love a
Nothing
good
wrong
picture.
with all the 45-year-old soccer moms listening. 45-year. I feel like that might be right for millennials.
Yeah,
Huh.
like what?
I don't know what's happening right now.
I don't either.
I don't know either. But The Mandalorian season 3 has wrapped filming.
Nice.
That was a headline.
I'm super excited to see that. I really like The Mandalorian.
I do too.
Yeah,
I still haven't finished Boba Fett.
I haven't either. But apparently,
Same.
it turns into season 2.5 of Mandalorian.
That's what I saw. I saw some disappointment and memes and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I don't know. Whatever. Do what you want with the Star Wars universe at this point.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
this next one is a little sad.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm kind of taking it to heart. Bruce Willis is taking a
Ooh.
break from acting due to an illness called aphasia,
Yeah, I think
I think that's how
aphasia.
it's pronounced.
which is affecting his cognitive abilities. Aphasia is defined as a loss of ability to understand or express speech caused by brain damage. The most common cause is a stroke, the blockage or rupturing of a blood vessel in the brain. The loss of blood to the brain leads to brain cell death and damage in areas that control language. So his family has actually announced, which is even more terrifying,
Ooh.
that he will be taking a break from acting.
Ugh.
That's about all the information I could find. So we'll try to keep you up to date on that situation as Bruce Willis, friend of the show, is
Hey man, Die Hard, top 5 movies.
yeah.
I love Die Hard.
When we talk about movies and loving movies and like the entertainment business, Bruce Willis is usually one of the has been someone we've like applauded. Even though we have said Bruce Willis loves to be Bruce Willis on film. There's nothing wrong with that because we love Bruce Willis. So
Yeah, I
a little
love
sad
Bruce
about
Willis.
that, a little worried about him. So
Oh, he's like, what? Huh. Sorry, I was like trying to figure out how old he is. He's like a year older than my dad. And he was born in West Germany.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Bruce Willis was born in West Germany.
Yeah. His mom is actually German and his dad was an American soldier.
Oh,
Whoa.
okay.
Fucking
Wikipedia,
whoa.
folks.
Fucking whoa. That's interesting.
Yeah.
What a storied life.
Yeah, I mean, we all like Bruce Willis. Like Shane said, Die Hard rules. So it's very sad.
Yeah. So to get away from the sadness, which we'll then return to after this next headline.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got something we forgot about.
Oh, what?
Death.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We do need to talk about that too.
Yep.
Well, my next headline is Sharon Stone is in early talks to star as villain Victoria Cord in DC's upcoming Blue Beetle.
There's a Blue Beetle coming out?
There is.
Whoa.
Victoria Cord is an original character created for the Blue Beetle movie. So I thought this was interesting. Announcing this in early talks.
I had no idea there was going to be a Blue Beetle.
I knew there was gonna be a Blue Beetle movie, and I don't know the names of all the characters. I know Accord was the original Blue Beetle, I think. I'm not.
Yeah, I think so. So they're doing the third Blue Beetle, who is he's a Mexican American. And
Yeah, he's like in Young Justice and shit, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be Booster Gold.
Yeah, but he's like a. Well, no, that's the older Beetle that hangs out with Booster.
Jamie Reyes.
Okay.
Yeah, Reyes.
Yeah. Who will be played by Exolo Mariduena.
Wow. I mean, that sounds like a difficult name, but you make it sound worse.
Yeah.
He's a friend of the show,
So he, dude, I love this kid. He's the main kid in the Cobra Kai series.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
So I'm actually I seen that and I was like, oh shit, like I love him. He plays Miguel Diaz in Cobra Kai.
You just said it, like in Cobra Kai.
Yeah. I'm scattered.
Yeah,
My brain.
apparently.
I think I don't. Am I okay now? I don't know.
It was me, Dave. It was
Okay.
me.
Whew, thank
Not to
God.
make
Don't
light of
worry.
it, but I feel like we all have aphasia right now.
Yeah. And then, as you've all heard, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars.
The slap
Let's
heard around the
discuss.
world.
Are we really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we have to, right? This is an entertainment show.
Yep.
And if anything was entertaining over the weekend,
That
it was the reaction of everyone slapping Will Smith slapping Chris Rock.
The picture of all the celebrities reacting was great.
That's fake.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah,
I
that's
really
fake.
wanted to see
So
Ryan
there's-
Gosling's response.
There's been a couple of fake things. There was that, which is just like a bunch of people being surprised by different things over the years.
Oh, was it? Oh, damn
Because
it.
I was like, man, I first saw it, I was like, oh shit. And then I saw the Meryl Streep in there and I was like, I've seen her make that exact face. Like, this is from another picture from something.
Mm.
So that was confirmed to be fake. And then there was an apology letter that had a bunch of like typos and shit in it that was from Chris Rock.
Yeah.
That was fake.
Where it had a bunch more jokes in it.
No, it was like actually like apologetic.
There's also a tweet
saying that he like crossed the line and
There's
stuff.
a meme of a tweet going around
Oh, with more jokes.
with like where Chris Rock is like quote unquote apologizing, but it's basically just him making like 4 or 5 more jokes about Jada. And that I went to Chris Rock's Twitter because I was like,
it's not
is
there.
this real?
Yeah.
And I went to Chris Rock's Twitter and it was not there.
Yeah.
So like it's one of those like you just
Yeah,
manipulate
you can just
the photo
manipulate
and-
photos
Yeah.
and make it look like somebody tweeted something. I don't know, like it shouldn't have happened. I don't care what the joke is. You shouldn't do that in front of all those people on TV.
Yeah.
If you're going to talk to somebody or assault somebody about saying something about your woman, which is beyond I don't think you should do that anyway, but if you're going to, at least be smart enough to fucking do it in private.
Yeah.
Where there's not literally millions of witnesses.
Yeah.
I think violence and the reaction to words is the sign of a weak mind.
Sure.
Which is, I mean, is kind of how I've always felt. Because like just because someone says something doesn't mean that you should escalate it to like if it's not a threat, if there is no like immediate threat in the verbiage being used, it should not be escalated into violence.
Yeah.
I mean,
If-
I totally agree to that.
They're not saying I'm going to kill you or your wife or I'm going to beat your ass, then there's absolutely no reason for it to escalate to violence.
Yeah. So that's like that, and there's so much backlash on both parts, and there's like
Yeah.
what has boggled my mind has been the division that has been created, or even further, the divide that has been created amongst people over these two celebrities,
Yeah.
multi-million-dollar celebrities.
Yeah.
It's a rich guy hitting another rich guy. And we have to care about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who cares?
right.
Fuck them.
So like it's just ridiculous. But my primary concern out of the whole thing is like it was mildly heartbreaking to see someone who has advocated against violence so hard
Yeah.
resort to it
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like that.
I have, with the snap of a finger or the glare of an eye. I've always looked up to Will Smith. I've always appreciated what he has tried to like convey and like be, and which has been like, you know, a family man amidst like the horrors of Hollywood.
Yeah.
And he's always, you know, like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, there's so many great instances of like moral coding in the show.
Yeah.
That just like exceed
It was,
expectations.
you know, it was a 90s, you know, sitcom.
Yeah.
Family sitcom. And that's like what those were all about.
Yeah.
Right. Those were what kids were watching. That's what, you know, they were trying to teach kids lessons in.
Yeah. They felt like they had a responsibility to, you know, show those moral upbringings, and like, you know, at a time when both parents were working, and you could sit your kids down with television, and
you're parenting
it was about
via television.
something. Yeah. So like it breaks my heart on that level that he did this, although like there is some understanding, because I feel like he needs help, and like
I
with
agree.
like the mockery he's essentially become to the internet after Red Table Talk and Jada coming out about August, like to him, and basically just like making him look like the bad guy in the conversation.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to hear anyone's opinion who has not watched this video, because you can visibly see Will breaking when Jada is telling him this. And if that does not just go unfelt, like he is affected by this thing still.
Mhm.
And for it to be all over the internet, and, you know, people making jokes about it, like, to me, I feel like Will envisioned the faceless internet as Chris Rock and was tired of everyone's shit, not Chris Rock's joke. But,
I would agree with that.
so it's just like we need to be concerned about. I'm genuinely concerned.
Yeah, I'm concerned about him.
Like will be gone in the next couple years.
As much as I could be concerned about him, like, you know,
yeah,
again, millionaires having their normal person problems,
yeah,
only like exacerbated by their visibility, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
But
I think the situation, like, I think both sides were kind of shitty, you know?
it's a
But I
shitty
don't-
joke,
Yeah,
but it also wasn't as shitty as you would think it was.
exactly. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It was pretty mild.
My headline before watching the video was Will Smith slaps Chris Rock over joke, and I was like, "Oh shit,
What
Chris
did he
Rock
say?
didn't." And then I watched it, and I was like, "Dude, he didn't even like talk about your wife fucking someone else."
Yeah, he didn't. He
Like,
wasn't like talking about an entanglement or anything. You know,
Yeah.
he didn't make any of those jokes. He was like, "Yeah, she shaved her head like fucking Demi Moore and shit."
Yeah, like,
Also, it made people remember G.I. Jane.
yeah,
Like, because I
Yeah.
forgot about that movie.
yeah. Like the situation is wild, and so to discuss the theory of it being staged, if it is staged, and these two people went along, Chris Rock and Will Smith, if it is staged, it is so much worse than if it wasn't. Like, if it was
Yeah.
just an emotional reaction, okay. But if Will Smith and Chris Rock agreed to do this thing,
Yeah.
that creates so many more worse connotations with this incident
Yeah.
than it just happening because Will has been struggling or didn't like the joke or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I agree.
So, like, I hope it was not staged.
I don't
Like, I
think
already
it
don't watch
was.
the
It didn't
Oscars because I
seem
think
like
it's a
it.
joke, but
People are saying stuff like, "Oh, Chris Rock didn't." I'm like, to me, Chris Rock sold that.
Yeah,
Like, he tried to remain professional.
but like I said this the night it happened. I was like, you know, Chris Rock is a little dude with a big mouth.
It's
Yeah.
not the first time.
It's not the first time he's
No.
been hit in the mouth. It is not the first
No.
time, and
No,
probably
it's
not the
not.
last time.
as a mouthy, smaller guy,
Right.
you got to be able to take a slap.
Yep.
And you got to be able not to react to it. Because
Yeah.
sometimes it's much bigger dudes slapping you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the more resolute you are in the situation, the less likely you're going to have to actually fight. So I do think Chris handled the situation as best as he was going to handle it.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't antagonize. He moved it along.
Yeah.
So
He's a better person than me.
yeah. I mean, the other thing is he probably also had like people yelling in his ear to like, do not.
Yeah, because
Do not engage.
there's a small section where he says, I could,
Yeah.
and then he like drops it.
Just drops it.
So like, yeah, but I'm also glad that he didn't, like, because like I said, Will already is like going through some shit, and like it's very clear.
Yeah.
And like I understand, like it's just like you have set yourself up as like a role model, and like this was not a very like comedians now are genuinely worried that this is going to set a precedence where people just come on stage and slap them for their jokes. And like, no, that's not okay. Like,
No.
they shouldn't even feel that is a threat.
Heckling has gotten out of control.
Yeah.
Like, because of YouTube, like people putting heckle videos up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh man, I want to get my 2 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
Why?
I want to heckle
What
a guy
the
trying
fuck?
to do his job. Yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that shit.
Yeah. Although there is one particular comedian named Stephen Hofstetter who has he hasn't made a career out of heckling. Like he already had a career and it was pretty substantial.
Yeah,
But his
he's
videos of him
grossly
getting-
increased his career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His videos of him getting heckled and him demolishing hecklers
Yeah, I've seen those.
is
Mhm.
amazing. So like I always enjoy those, but the ones where he gets like visibly upset is kind of uncomfortable because
Yeah.
he's like still being funny, but he's also like malicious intent. Which like if
Yeah.
you're getting heckled, okay, like I'm not gonna fault you for it.
Right.
Like rip them apart, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's I don't know. This situation is ridiculous, and the internet has already blown it way out of proportion.
Yeah,
Oh,
that,
yeah.
that I had no idea. I woke up that morning and like checked my Facebook, and it was that's the only thing I could see was that. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
6:00, internet. Come on.
Yeah, I couldn't go to sleep because I stayed up too much over the weekend. And then I like saw that like right before I was going to try to go to sleep. I was like, what the fuck? Really?
Yeah.
What?
I
I
watched
was
it
just
at
like,
like 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know,
surreal.
man. It is. It's wild. Like in today's day and age,
Mm-hmm.
like there have been other instances of terrible things happening at the Oscars, but you can Google those, or at some point in time we'll do
We might
like a
talk about
larger piece about
yeah.
it.
I'm very interested in that. I think that'd be very informative to do on the podcast.
I think it would be too.
I used a big word, informative.
Do we wanna-
Informative.
Informative. Do we want to do the memento mori before we do the correspondence?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so we have a memento mori.
Yes.
We had a death of a semi-major celebrity. Taylor Hawkins, the drummer from Foo Fighters, passed away at the age of 50
Yeah, super
in
young.
Bogota, Colombia, after a show.
Yeah, because they were on a tour, weren't they?
Yeah, they were in
Yeah.
a South America tour. And it basically looks like it was a drug overdose. The Colombian authorities said there was 10 different substances in his system.
Yeah, I saw something about that.
Heroin and another opiate. Marijuana, benzos, antidepressants, all kinds of shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's super sad. He was a very, very talented drummer, musician, really. He's
Yeah.
a good singer, guitar player. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had actually OD'd on heroin before in London in 2001. I don't remember what year it was. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And he like came out like as like kind of a anti-drug, person, and then it's kind of, had like a backslide or continued to have a backslide. I don't know.
You're right.
How long he had been using again, or if he ever actually had stopped, or what. So yeah, it's pretty sad. They've canceled all their Foo Fighters have canceled all their current tour dates. And they've basically, said that they're sad and thoughts and prayers and stuff to the family and all that kind of stuff.
And just how sudden it is super, like, just heartbreaking. Like,
yeah, it was kind of out of nowhere. They just had the movie come out.
Yeah. Which he's in the movie.
Yeah, he's in the movie.
All the Foo Fighters are in it.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. That was so fucking random.
Yeah.
Like, like, what?
Yeah.
Like, you're in the middle of doing stuff. Like, I was...
And then it's just like, hey, Taylor Hawkins died. And you're like, what?
Yeah. Well, first I was like, who? Well, I mean, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know his name.
Right.
Like, I know Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
That's the only
that's
Foo
fine.
Fighters name I've ever known.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, no, not cool. Not
Right.
cool at all. Because
Yeah.
I love some Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
I do too.
He's
Me
also
too.
like probably the second most visible of the band, right? Because like he actually does some talking and stuff.
Yeah.
Where like a lot of the other guys, I don't know that I would recognize them.
Yeah.
And like he does, like, I think on their tour, like that night, he did like a song. Like, I think Dave drummed and he's like sang.
Yeah.
So he like,
And I don't know that it was necessarily an overdose because they were talking about he had complained about. I haven't read anything about it in the last couple days, so if you guys know, sorry, I might be botching this, but he had complained about chest pains before the show. And then after the autopsy, they had said that his heart was like very enlarged.
Oof.
So it could have
yikes.
been a combination of long-term abuse
Oof.
and a health condition,
like
and
heart failure or something.
Yeah,
like that.
and current use. So, and just like wearing it out before his time, basically.
Yeah. It's just sad. Like,
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Rest in peace, buddy.
Like, I feel bad. Like, it sucks Taylor died. I also feel bad for Dave because, like,
Yeah.
I mean, he's had to deal with like the Kurt Cobain situation.
Yep.
Since it
Two
happened.
major deaths in
and then
his
now,
bands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now this one. And yeah, like he's just like like they canceled all their the rest of the tour dates.
Yep.
So the tour's over, which like you said at the beginning of the show, like sometimes you have to do what you have to do. Like
Yeah.
seeing people upset about them canceling the tour is like fucking ridiculous.
I don't know. I
Like-
mean, I imagine there's always going to be some
Yeah.
asshole that's mad about it.
I'm really bad
Yeah.
about staying out of the comments section because I like to
Oh,
fuel
yeah.
my hatred for humanity.
Yep.
That's why I don't read the comments.
So, like, the announcement of them canceling the tour, I was like, this should be all support.
Yep. Nope.
50-50. Okay, I'm not surprised.
50-50.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, it's the comment section that I read. Right. So, like, I don't know that overall support would be 50-50, but from what I read, it felt, from my personal echo chamber, it felt 50-50,
Gross.
which, like, blown up on a larger scale, I hope is more like 10-90. But
Yeah.
Because even though like you can get another drummer, like that's not cool, man. Like you just lost a bandmate.
Yeah. I mean, they.
no, from their point of view, it's not we can just get another drummer.
Yeah.
It's definitely like our friend and coworker and like person who we tour with and like being in a tour bus like 24/7 on tour
Yeah.
6 months every year. Like because Foo Fighters, they've taken a few breaks, but they don't like they tour on a pretty regular basis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like a bandmate, like I speak for myself. I look at my band as kind of like extended family. Like
Yeah.
so that like if I lost any of my bandmates, I'd be devastated.
Yeah, there's literal science to prove that making music with other people creates bonds in ways that nothing else does.
I mean, I completely
Like,
believe that.
with neurochemistry and like the way Just like it puts you on like this wavelength with other people that you don't get from other things.
Yeah.
I 100% agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even a musician.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not.
You use a microphone.
I'm using a microphone now, but
Yeah, which makes you a professional podcaster.
that's
And-
true.
Our extended family.
Oh, guys.
Yes.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm proud of them for canceling the tour.
Yeah,
That's what I
me
want
too.
to
Yeah.
say.
I mean, Jesus, I wouldn't expect them to play anymore. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, the only time, so I saw Guar on the same tour that Odorous died, their lead singer.
Yep.
Which I thought was weird that I had already had my ticket for it when he passed away. I'm like, oh, damn it. I was
Yeah.
like sad twice. And they're still doing the tour. I'm like, whoa, okay. Because they found like the original bass player. But like it makes sense for Guar. Because even in I know, getting off topic, sorry.
No, it's tangentially related.
Yeah. But like in Guar's show they did, the whole set was trying to find Odorous.
Yeah.
And at one point, because Odorous had a heroin overdose, Dave
Yes.
Brockie had heroin overdose. At one point, they're like, oh, I know how we can get Odorous. And they pulled this giant fake heroin needle out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit. Then I went, Dave would have appreciated this, though.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the thing. Like, if that's what the person wants, or like how, that it depends on the person.
Yeah.
Right. Because, like, if they're like, no, this is hilarious, you do what you guys need to do to, like, honor me or whatever, or make fun of me, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And, Guar did that.
The-
Yeah.
Yeah, and also at the end of that set, sorry, I'm talking about Guar. They had like this like funeral pyre type thing. They had like a thing. They had like his head costume on like a pole, and they were like honoring him too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean,
Yeah,
they did that
that's-
at Guar Fest, right? Or the Guarbecue?
Barbecue, they actually did like a Viking funeral.
Yeah, they did
for
a
him.
Viking funeral, yeah.
That's awesome. What's the remember me in death the same way you remembered me in life or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
This is a dark episode.
It did. It got pretty dark. Well, rest in peace, Taylor Hawkins.
Yep.
Yes.
That's gonna do it for Memento Mori. I think there was a couple other ones, but I don't remember them, and I didn't think we were gonna do this section.
There
on the
was
show.
like 3 that just happened today, so
Oh,
we'll might have to cover them next week.
well,
Yeah.
okay.
Well,
I didn't even know
Like
that.
I read like a couple of them right before we were about to start. So,
Oh, damn.
Oof.
yeah. So on to a lighter note,
Yeah, please.
we have a correspondence.
Why does he always do that?
I don't fucking understand that.
I don't get it.
I still don't see the thing.
Zach has written us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He says, I'm a big fan of The Legend of Vox Machina and the Critical Role podcast. I couldn't be happier with the Amazon show. I was meaning to write in a recommendation to watch it, but kept forgetting to do so. So thank you, Russell, for mentioning it. If you
Aw.
love D&D, you will love this show.
I watched the first 2 episodes of it, and I agree. Yeah.
It's so good.
yeah.
Dude, it gets better. Like in the first couple episodes, I was like, oh, this is pretty good. And by like episode 5, I was like, oh my God, what's that guy's backstory? And then by the end of the show, I was like, oh my God, I love this.
You know what other show gets better every episode you watch it?
What?
Our Flag Means Death.
Yes.
I love how you guys have mentioned it every episode since it came out.
Yeah, and we're 3 episodes behind, so
Yeah.
we're going to mention it still for another 3 weeks.
Yep. We're
I need-
about to be 5 episodes behind.
I need to watch both those shows.
I think it's
All the way
over.
through.
Oh, is 4? Is it over with the 4?
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna have 6 more.
I think there's 9 episodes.
Okay, whatever.
I've watched 4 of them, and they've been great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
it's
really
pretty
good.
great.
Yeah.
So thank you, Zach, for writing us and
Yeah.
having my back on that recommendation.
It's like the 2 episodes I saw was like most of the D&D games I played in.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I don't know. It's just so good. It's like one of the best animated things I've ever seen. And the animation style is fucking awesome. So like that's another thing I appreciate. It's not like some like, I mean, it is digital, but like, it's not like, I don't know, it's not goofy and like, it doesn't, the foreground and background is like blended. It's not like fucking separated.
Yeah.
Like on a lot of the newer style animations.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of swears.
Yeah, and I love the swears. And the little gnome is so
We're
horny.
fucking 12. We love violence and swears.
Yeah.
Whoa, appropriate violence.
Well,
And
not like
swears.
Oscar night violence.
Yeah.
Like in fictional media.
We like fake violence.
Yep.
Yeah, with lots of blood.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when they make a movie about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, they need to have some blood in there, and we'll.
I'm just thinking about the thing that happened where the dude slapped someone at a barbecue and then it got turned into like a funny commercial where like the dude slaps 12
everyone?
people at a barbecue and then it got turned into a documentary about this dude slapping someone at a barbecue and like what timeline are we living in?
The
Slappening.
I don't think the worst one, because it can always get worse.
Yeah, we're living in like the timeline written by a comedian though, right?
It's like
Hopefully a funny one.
It's below
Edgy.
average, but not that far.
Edgy comedian. Like Anthony Jeselnik wrote our reality.
Ugh. Can we move
This has
on?
been. Are we moving on?
Yeah, let's move on.
Let's move on.
I watched a movie.
Did you?
Yeah, and it wasn't on tape.
Oh shit.
It was in a theater,
Whoa.
and it
Not in a
wasn't.
theater.
And it didn't have any capes in it.
Well, what?
So I don't
fucking
give a
Shane
shit then.
doesn't care.
Shane tuned out. No,
What movie did you watch?
I watched X.
This is rated PG-13.
It's rated R.
No. The podcast is rated PG-13.
Oh, okay.
Bullshit.
We said fuck
we say
more than
fuck
twice.
too much.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So 2 weeks ago, I went to the theater to watch X, which is the new A24 film
Yeah.
by Ty West.
Ty West.
He hasn't done a movie in I think 2015 or so. But real good horror director. He did a really cool movie called House of the Devil to recommend. This one, so X is obviously it's a horror movie. It's like a slasher, where it's about this group of people. It's this up and coming, these two up and coming actresses, and kind of a pervy older guy.
Oh, this is the porn movie.
Yes.
I'm back in.
We watched a trailer for this.
Yes, we did. So yeah, it's about they're shooting a porn at a farm.
Okay, so I watch porn and cape shit. So
Two things Shane watches. So the
So
movie.
if you have an OnlyFans that includes capes, you can break
please God,
Shane's
do
bank.
not fucking send me that.
Only capes.
No, I would be broke if I actually paid for fucking cosplay nudity. There's so many of them. Go back. Do your movie. Okay. X.
Can I talk about X?
Yes.
So it's set in the 70s, and like first of all, it fucking looks great.
Yeah.
Like it looks like a 70s slasher movie from Texas because it's set in Texas. But they go to this farm, they rent this little small cabin from these two old people, and then they shoot their porn there. And then almost more than halfway of the movie, the old lady starts killing people.
Okay.
And then you find out that
Spoilers.
yeah, you find out
you
that like she kills people.
Spoiling it?
No.
Okay.
No, so murder happens.
Yep.
But so it was a
Murder
happens. It was a pretty good movie. I wasn't blown away by it,
Sure.
but it's still really good. It was shot really well. Like, it gave me, like, as soon as it started, it gave me, like, Texas Chainsaw vibes, the original.
Yeah,
Nice.
the trailer kind of feels that way.
Yeah, and they do a good job through that whole thing about, like make sure it's, like, set in the 70s right.
So they don't have iPhones.
No iPhones, no
Nice.
nothing. There's a lot of nudity,
Nice.
a lot of old people nudity.
Nice.
Slight spoiler, there is old people fucking in it, and it's very uncomfortable.
As it should be.
It's very uncomfortable. But I wasn't blown away by it, but it's still really good.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, it works. It's uncomfortable, and you're like, "Ah."
Is it
So-
as uncomfortable as an old man smearing his diaper on your face?
More uncomfortable than that.
Ugh.
More uncomfortable.
Yeah.
How,
I don't wanna-
how hardcore is the old people sex?
Do you want me to go into it on the podcast?
Do you see balls a swinging?
No, there's no balls of swinging, but you definitely see the old man get on top of the lady, and she says some dirty things while they make sounds.
I'm gonna have the most uncomfortable erection. All right, so in inches, what do you rate this movie?
Oh God!
Inches of blood.
It wasn't real like super
I-
violent. Like it was a good like slow burn movie.
Okay.
It wasn't like your typical slasher where everyone dies from beginning to end.
whole movie.
The
Yeah.
last probably half hour of the movie is that, and it's spread out. It's not just murder,
Wait,
murder,
the last
murder.
half hour is them fucking.
No,
Oh, okay.
of them of the murdering happening.
Still on the old people sex.
Yeah.
We can
He's-
talk more after that.
He's going to be on that the rest of the day.
So in inches, what do you rate this movie?
It makes sense because there's parn in it. A lot of parn. Parn.
What the fuck?
They're shooting parn.
I think you just spoiled it by telling you it's an Amish community.
Before I rate it though,
Because
in
it's
inches.
why they weren't sheeting. That's why they started killing them, because they weren't sheeting.
Before I rate it in inches, which is weird, but so there is a after credit stinger, which I was waiting. I was like, I had to pee real bad. I'm like, there can't be a stinger. It's a horror movie, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna double check, and I looked on my phone. And it was like, after credits. I'm like, oh shit. The after credits is a trailer for the prequel.
Oh.
There's a prequel set in like the 1920s or something like that.
That's
What
interesting.
the fuck?
I thought you were going to say it was a trailer for the sequel called XX, which we would eventually get a movie titled XXX,
XXX.
and it would be the
It
hardcore.
would just be actual porn.
Yeah,
In a theater.
yeah.
Mhm.
Which is like a big joke. It's like, this one got an NC-17 rating, and we don't know why. And then you go, and it's just like
It's just porn.
old people slow and sloppy fucking for 2 hours.
Ah,
Oh god.
the most horror movie.
But it was very much a slow burn. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, it didn't blow me away, but
yeah.
there was something about it. Like I could see where a lot of people were like, "Oh, this sucks," because it's not your typical like modern horror movie. Because
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little different.
there's no ghosts, there's no spooky monsters,
There's no ghost fucking jump scares.
no jump scares.
The people were the monsters all along.
Kinda, yeah.
Those are the scariest stories.
Yeah.
Ask Ryan.
That's Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was always like, whenever I would watch through fucking Supernatural, he'd be like, dude, the fucking ones where it's the people are the bad guys, those ones get to me. Yeah, dude. It's fucked up. Fucking redneck cannibals and fucking little kids living in your walls and shit. Like,
Yeah.
fucking creepy shit.
I think I'm gonna give it 7 inches.
God damn, bro.
I mean, I personally am not giving it 7 inches.
I mean, you never know what she might bring out in you.
God.
Anyway,
But yeah, it was good. Didn't blow me away. If you're a hardcore horror nerd like me, you'll like it. If you love Texas Chainsaw, you'll like it. If you like movies, you might like it. I don't know. I'm not your dad.
I feel like we might check it out.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
I'll watch it with you guys.
I was too enthusiastic.
I'll watch it.
He's gonna watch it by himself, but not in the living room.
Because we have a rule.
There's a strict rule. I know the rule.
Okay.
But that was my review of X.
Okay,
That was a good review.
Thank you.
That was an above average review.
above average.
I haven't heard that before, but
just
all
like
right.
a 7-inch penis.
5 inches.
I thought you were gonna be like, I'm gonna give it 3 inches because that's all that I got.
That's all I
Or
got.
some shit like that.
I had to borrow a few inches for that 7.
Oh,
All right. Enough talking about inches. What else we got?
VR.
Oh yeah. So
Ver.
Verder.
I have been wanting a VR headset for a long time
Oh, yeah.
because they're cool. I played one a couple months ago with my bud, and I'm like, these are dope.
I could have made you a headset out of cardboard that held your phone in front of your eyes.
Yeah, that's not the same though.
You at least need like 2 phones.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
But I ended up buying a Oculus Quest 2,
Okay.
and I really like it.
Nice.
Super fun. I never really messed with VR a ton, and I thought this is kind of, at first I was like, it's kind of gimmicky, and then I started playing it more. I'm like, no, this is legit.
Yeah.
There's been a few times where I've jump scared myself. Not even scary games.
Mm-hmm.
Like I look at something that just had was there. I'm like, there's like a tree. I'm like, what? Ow! Why?
Yeah.
But I've been playing a lot of. I've been actually like moving around too, which is weird.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Like I've been sweating in my basement.
Yeah.
That's not what I thought you meant.
Yeah. So
That makes me saying, ooh, interesting, makes me sound like a dick.
that's what I noticed when I did VR, because I did it at like a place a couple years ago. We were gonna go the other weekend and we just didn't have time, but
Yeah.
because you like walk around like a warehouse and like it was
While
like
you're in VR.
yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
No. All the heavy machinery has been removed, I assume.
It's just an empty room,
Okay.
but like you have like a shotgun and you're like cocking it and stuff, and like
That's cool.
I was like, it's getting heavy. I'm so out of shape. Fuck. Oh God, you're telling me I gotta crouch down to do this thing? Oh no, I'm not getting up.
I've rated to a few games like that. So
Yeah.
there's a game called Super Hot.
Yeah.
It's been around for a little while, but it's a like action type game where like bad guys are shooting at you and trying to stab you,
Mm-hmm.
but they only move when you move. So it's like kind of like you do the Matrix stuff, like you like dodge bullets.
It's also kind of puzzly then.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
puzzly. You have to like for a while I was like, okay, there's 3 dudes with a shotgun shooting me. I have to duck. At one point, I'm on my floor in the basement. Because I got so tired of trying to beat this level, there was like this desk. I just literally laid down on my side at the desk, like on my floor, just shooting things that aren't there.
I can imagine like your grandpa coming down.
Yeah.
Like,
He
hey,
did
big
come-
boy, what are you doing down there?
He did come down once while I was just like shooting people like this. He's like, what are you doing? You winning? That's how he asked. You winning? You know that meme of "Are you winning, son?" That's my grandpa.
God damn it. Yes.
It's even
Oh,
better
man.
when I have a group of people playing D&D, and he comes downstairs, take a shower, and he's like, "Who's winning?" I'm like, well,
We all
no
are,
one.
sir.
Like,
Fucking participation trophies.
or it'd be like, "All right, I'm with the rules committee. Make sure it's an honest game." I'm like, you have no idea what you're doing, Grandpa.
All right, here, read this book.
Read these 4 books, Grandpa.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with the VR. I played a cool game called Trover Saves the Universe.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Rick and Morty style game. Like Justin Roiland wrote it.
All right, I'm gonna go buy a VR set. I'll be back.
I'll bring it over sometime if you want to
man.
get in VR. It's very portable.
That gave me a cold chill.
Ooh. I'll bring it for you, buddy.
Oh,
Are we still talking about X? Like,
I hope not.
Yep. But yeah, I'm having a blast with it. I've been playing like the standard, like there's that Beat Saber game.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of like Rock Band.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that looks fun too.
It's a lot of fun.
What is it? So do you hook it up to your computer?
No, it's all its own thing.
Oh, it's its own thing.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the MSRP on that?
Do you mean price?
Yes, I do.
Manufacturer's suggested retail price.
So they go for like just $300 for like I bought the 128 gig one.
Okay.
It was like $299. I ended up getting a bundle, which was like $397, but that came with the Oculus, the Elite strap, which is like the like twisty strap at the back that helps your head
Yeah.
because it comes with like the really shitty strap.
Oh, then you
Mhm.
gotta
Okay.
upgrade the strap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that and then a case and like only I paid like $390, which isn't that bad really
Yeah.
for all that it does. It does a lot of stuff. You can watch. I watched YouTube on it. It was weird.
Oh, that must be immersive.
There's like 3D. There's like you can do like VR YouTube.
Can you type in any address, like any website,
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you can.
so you can watch?
There's VR porn on Pornhub, bud.
I mean, I wasn't gonna watch porn on it. That'd be weird.
You're full of shit.
I was actually gonna watch X on it, but you know,
But there is
Oh,
like
I want to feel immersed.
VR horror movie. You're just like looking around and be like,
damn it.
son of a bitch. Oh,
I
he
wouldn't survive.
stabbed the chick behind me. It's fine. I'm
That
not
would-
actually in the movie.
That would terrify me because like I said earlier, I jump scared
Oh, yeah.
myself for just random shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, like so I was house sitting for a buddy because we all know I have terrible internet.
Yes.
So I brought my VR over and he has internet.
Yeah.
It's great. And I was like playing this weird like cooking game, which sounds dumb, but it's a lot of fun. You
Yeah.
have to like make sandwiches and like get them out to customers real quick.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder how weird VR is like multiplayer. So I hit the multiplayer button. And as soon as I hit that button, it's just screaming children. I'm like, nope, nothing's changed. Never mind.
Yeah. Well, you were playing a sandwich game. If you were playing like a war game, like a
Yeah.
Milsim game, can you imagine what those 12-year-olds would be
12-year-olds.
saying?
But
Yeah.
another funny thing, so I backed out of that lobby. I'm like, nope, not doing this because there's some little kid going, I like apples. And I'm like, no, fuck
That
off.
was actually me.
It was Shane. It was Shane. So I logged in again. I'm like, okay, we'll see if I can do this. And then one of the avatars that popped next to me, his gamer tag was Wu-Tang Clan is the best music. All
Uh-oh.
underscored. I'm like, okay, all right. Then he opened his mouth.
Mhm.
It was like a 12-year-old. He's like, yeah, man, do you guys like Wu-Tang? I'm like, at first I was like, I was going to compliment you on your taste in music. And then you opened your mouth.
Yeah.
And then he's like, Alexa, play Wu-Tang Clan. And my buddy's thing picked it up.
Oh,
and started
no.
playing it, and it scared the shit out of me.
Oh,
Why is Ghostface here?
no. Oh, God.
So that was my VR multiplayer experience.
And that's why you don't have Alexa or Google in your fucking house, because someone can just like on speakerphone be like, Alexa, order 10,000 bags of dog food, you know?
Or on a podcast.
Yeah. Sorry.
And just in case you don't have an Alexa, okay, Google, order 10,000 bags of dog food.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But yeah, I'll bring it over sometime if you guys want to try it out. It's
Yeah,
fun.
dude, I'd try it.
Yeah, I'd try it.
I'll bring it over.
Sweet.
I won't watch porn on your VR set.
It's okay. I have it.
No, I'm not touching your VR set.
No, I haven't.
That's
I
okay.
mean,
It's your VR set.
He's he's not gonna bring that attachment over.
Yeah, not the porn attachment.
Hold on. Am I being gullible right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, no.
What?
That's a thing that exists. I don't know if
But
there's one for
the
Oculus.
VR? Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
like a
dude.
website where you can go and you like get a toy and then like you get on and like you can masturbate each other.
Yeah, basically
Huh.
like it's supposed to be like the dildo has sensors on it, and then the like it's not a pocket pussy because it's like a big box, but like
The box you put your penis in.
the like fake vagina
The penis
is
box.
like motorized and like
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, dude.
Motorized vagina. That sounds scary.
It sounds scary. Like I don't,
Yeah.
you know,
I
pinch
feel like-
hazard.
I feel like we're in that. What's that? Is that Dr. Ruth? Was it the Dr. Ruth sex talk? I feel like that's us.
Oh, no, that's been like years ago though. That was on like the HBO like Real Sex or whatever
Yeah.
in like 2005 or some
Yeah.
shit.
Back
Huh.
then it was like $6,500 to sign up for.
Yeah, because it's
Goddamn.
super expensive.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It was
VR
for
headsets are
rich,
fun.
lonely people. VR headsets are fun. Sound fun. VR headsets sound fun.
I've had a good time with VR because like I did the thing in Mishawaka. I wish I could. I looked the place up like all the time and I never remember what the fuck it's called. But they have like a ton of different kinds of VR. They had Oculuses, but they have like a bunch of like higher end stuff too. Like I
Oh,
said,
okay.
like stuff where you're like wearing like a headset and you basically have a computer on your back that's hooked up to.
And you're walking. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Yeah, we should do that sometime. It's super fun.
Sounds fun.
But I a long time ago when if you remember, this isn't the first time that VR became popular. Like a long time ago when we were kids, there was like some like running track VR things
Yeah.
that were going around arcades.
Mhm.
Okay.
And we played some of those also in Mishawaka, but this was at a place called Mega Play,
Ooh.
which I don't think exists anymore. But
Subdivision of Mega Blocks, which also don't exist anymore.
yeah, but that was like it was super shitty because it was, you know, from like 1999 or some shit, you know?
Yeah, I remember that being in like Game Informer.
Yeah. You just like had a headset and like a pistol that was cabled still.
Okay.
And like you were inside the like hoop and you like were walking on the track. And it was
Okay.
like, it felt like playing, what was that game? What was
Treadmill?
Was it Mech Assault or something?
Oh
Battletech?
shit!
What was that? It wasn't
With the
Battletech.
40 button controller, and you had to have the very specific.
Well, no, it was the one in the arcade that
Oh.
was like super polygonal.
Oh shit.
Billy's gonna fucking send me an email about what the fuck this game is because I know him and the boys were super into it back in the day too. But I
Him
used to
and- him
play
and
it
the
all.
boys.
Yeah, I used to play it all the time with my sister. Cause like we would always like fucking because it was like a 2 controller or two joystick like sit down game, and sometimes depending on where you went, they had like higher end ones that would like the seat would move and shit.
Yeah,
I think I know what you're talking
know-
about. I don't remember the name of it.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah, but anyway, it felt like that, but you were a person. So you were like super polygonal, and you were walking around through like a weird polygon hellscape, and like shooting at each other with little laser blasters and shit.
Huh.
It was like that's like old school fucking VR.
Old
like,
virtual reality.
Yeah,
Polygonal Hellscape sounds like a punk band.
Does.
like a sci-fi punk band.
Yeah,
That's a thing.
sci-fi cyberpunk
90s.
synthwave punk band.
What the fuck?
Did we just make a new band?
We got to stop doing that shit. man. I'm still trying to pitch Huey Lewis and the News cover band. Okay,
No. Okay. So anyway, on to a different video game.
I was gonna say, you got more video game talk, don't we?
We got another video game that we want
I
to talk
don't
about.
think anything else relevant came out lately.
Oh, you're right. But yeah, hanging big brain with Dave then. No, we need to get this over with so I can go play Tiny Tina's.
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
Actually, we need to get this over with so I can go watch Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Hey, Moon Knight comes out today, which is Wednesday, but really it came out 2 days ago. Which
Hey, heads up, it's
Friday.
an hour long.
Oh, fuck. Yes. Anyway.
Shane just came.
50 minutes.
I
but
don't
it's
know.
Close to an hour.
I've heard bad things, so
I've seen
I'm
bad things.
trying to temper my excitement. If I'm upset, I'll just go play Tiny Tina's. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands came out on the 25th, which
it
was last Thursday.
Last Friday.
Last Friday?
Don't out yourself.
I don't know what day. Oh, yeah.
In America, it was
Yeah,
Friday.
In America, it was Friday. In New Zealand, it was on Thursday.
Did you go to New Zealand to get the game?
I went to New Zealand and played the game early. I took my Xbox. I didn't actually go and like walk around and like see any like
Cool
Lord
things
of
in New
the
Zealand.
Rings movie sets or anything like that.
Yeah, he was immediately banned from New Zealand afterwards.
Yep, I was back in a day. It was,
That's impressive.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is a offshoot spin-off of the Borderlands series from Gearbox and
Yeah.
2K.
Yeah.
For Borderlands 2, which was a few years ago, Borderlands 3 was the most recent Borderlands, but for Borderlands 2 there was a DLC called Tiny Tina's Adventure in the Dragon Keep? Fuck, I don't remember what the fuck it was. Something like that. But it was a character from Borderlands 2 playing as your game master while you played a D&D ripoff called Bunkers and Badasses.
Yeah.
And it basically just played like the rest of the game, but it was framed in like that storyscape, right? Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is basically that, but completely encapsulated in the idea. That has nothing to do with the other Borderlands games other than using the engine, the general gameplay feel, and using Tiny Tina. So the story of it isn't... It's tangentially a tad like kind of associated, but you don't need to play the other games to play this.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty much just a standalone.
It's a standalone, yeah. And it's fucking fantastic. Like, it does have flaws. There's been some bugs. I haven't experienced a lot of them. I've read about people that can't even play it still.
Yeah.
Really?
I've had a couple things.
Yeah, I've
So
had a couple
I've been playing it too.
small things. Yeah.
One of the early things that was driving me nuts was when you turn, everything stutters.
Yeah.
So like it and then like occasionally you get like a little like information screen that will freeze on your screen, and like,
Yes.
which like Borderlands has always had that problem.
Yeah, Borderlands
It's
has
just
always
'cause of
had
how much information there is.
little bugs, but
But nothing like super huge. The only thing that bothered me a lot was like the game didn't like transition between dialogues
yeah.
for like the first 10 hours I was playing.
Yeah.
So like you have like you have characters inside the game that will talk, and then you have like the characters that are sitting at the table playing Bunkers and Badass that will talk. And then you have like other random patches of dialogue. So if you're near a character that will give you a quest and you pick up a scroll as an example, then like both those things will go off and you'll hear both dialogues. And then the characters at the table will come in with their dialogue and talk. And so I just adjusted all my volumes, and that helped out. That helped me not be annoyed as much at the situation.
Yeah.
And then at some point in the game, it just stops doing that.
I didn't have that issue. Like, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about, but like it didn't do that. It would when I was at the beginning of the game and I was having that a lot more, or a situation where that could happen, it was hard stopping one and the other one would start.
Oh, okay.
So they weren't like playing over each other.
Yeah, my shit was driving me nuts at first. Like I almost stopped. I'm glad
Yeah.
I didn't, but like it was pretty annoying.
Yeah.
Like, and I was trying to get into the story, and like I missed some of the tutorial. Like I didn't know certain stuff did certain stuff because
Mhm.
like everything was talking
Talking
over
over each other.
everything else.
Yikes.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. I mean, it's not like game breaking. It's just annoying.
Yeah.
But then, like I said, I think once I got out of the 8 hours of tutorial,
That's a long tutorial.
well, it's not like your standard tutorial. It's more like the house, like Cyberpunk also had like an 8-hour tutorial.
Yeah, it's like
it's supposed to be the prologue, but you're learning stuff. Like games are getting so intricate, and like using all of the buttons on the controller for various like different things. That like the tutorials are getting longer, so they're doing like I kind of like how they're doing it instead of just like giving you everything inside of 30 minutes.
Yeah,
like you get like an 8-hour prologue that teaches you how to play the game.
Right. Yeah, it's not the fucking shoot house from Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
It's not like, all right, recruit, you gotta learn how to aim and shoot and walk and jump and mount onto stuff, and that's all you need to know. Okay, go kill some people.
Yeah, like which is what I'm used to, but I hate.
Yeah.
And I think I like this more. I just like have to play more games that are doing it that way.
Yeah.
Because it's like you get that's a whole ass part of the story instead of like the opening not drawing you in.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
I think I might play it eventually. Right now I'm stuck on a VR.
Yeah.
Stuck in virtual reality.
Oh yeah. So like I think this is for fans of like animated, mature but immature humor.
Yeah.
And role-playing games. Because it or specifically tabletop role-playing games, because it has a lot of like the talk at the table throughout the whole game, and it's fantastic. All the table talk. You know, well, should we really be trusting this guy? You know, what if I use this ability and stuff like that? You know, and it's really great. And then there's tons of like pop culture references, which is really common in modern comedic stuff. Which I mean, Borderlands has been doing that forever.
Yeah.
It's basically been the same style of comedy the whole time. I think this one's better written than Borderlands 3, which is important to some people that have played Borderlands. Because a lot of people didn't like the story and a lot of everything about 3 other than the gameplay. And I think this one's written a lot better.
Which Borderlands was it that had the quest where you had to shoot that guy in the face?
That's 2.
Is that 2?
Yeah.
And the quest was it called like Face McShooty or something like that?
Yeah, that's in 2. I think that's like the mission that might be the mission you meet Tiny Tina, but I don't remember.
Okay,
it's been a long time since I played 2.
I just remember that one mission, just shoot me in the face.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, like it's super funny. It is referential both to pop culture and to tabletop role playing games a ton, mostly D&D, but also a little bit to other games, or just like if you've played other games, you get it.
Yeah.
And then the gameplay is fantastic. The bugs, honestly, are at a minimum versus other games that I've played recently, namely fucking Dying Light.
Yeah.
Even Borderlands 3, when it came out, was worse bug-wise than this is, to me anyway. Yeah. I've had a good experience, I think, versus some other people that I've read about. There was another interesting thing that I read or saw earlier today about this and Elden Ring, which also just came out like a couple weeks ago. Also super popular role-playing game.
No, Dave, I have not played it yet.
I was waiting.
I've been a good boy.
2 AAA games that have come out and were finished and have been pretty much universally highly critically acclaimed and do not have any microtransactions whatsoever. Basically bucking all trends of current
modern games, basically.
Isn't there a season pass for Tiny Tina?
It's not a microtransaction.
How is that not a microtransaction?
Microtransactions like Call of Duty fucking buying like the
Well, yeah.
skins and stuff.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I would. So what's the season pass for?
The season pass,
Yeah.
it's for a whole DLC, or well, 4 DLCs.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So
Borderlands-
just pre-buying
yeah.
the DLC.
Borderlands DLCs are not like a battle pass or something like that for like, you know, Fortnite or Call of Duty or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's like actual content.
Okay, yeah, I would say so. Like, I guess my point was going to be that I would still consider like the battle pass for Call of Duty a microtransaction.
Yeah, it's
Whereas,
not like that.
So I wasn't even sure. Like, I got the version with the season pass, but I didn't. I was like, I don't know. Why does it have a season pass?
We're gonna get a DLC next month.
Oh, okay.
Borderlands has done that, I think, since the beginning, right? Maybe not one.
I don't
but two
know.
they did.
Yeah, I don't remember if there was a season pass on one. It had DLC like that though.
Yeah, I don't.
Um,
They weren't calling it a season pass yet.
Yeah, I think you had to buy each one individually, but
Yeah.
they were like, you know,
Well,
decently.
no, Borderlands 2, I think, was one of the first games that when you bought it, you could opt to already purchase all the DLC that was set to come out.
Yeah.
At
Well,
a,
I mean,
at
we're
a
talking
smaller
about
price
At one.
Oh, at one.
Yeah, one, I think they were all individual, but then
Yeah.
2, I think, had the season pass that you could buy.
Yeah.
Like
I think
a bundle
one-
pass,
I think
basically.
one was when DLC was still free. So you just
Was it
downloaded it.
free?
I'm pretty sure it was free.
I don't remember.
Because I think
I just
2
remember
was when
Dr.
you...
Zed's was the first one
Yeah.
Yeah.
for one, but I can't remember if it was free or not.
And I think 2 was after people had started charging for DLC, but Borderlands 2 was one of the first games to be like, well, if you spend $100, you can have all the DLC.
Yeah, and each one's like 20
And
bucks.
Yeah,
and you get-
there was like 2 different cases that you went to the store and
Yeah.
you bought, but I don't think it was called a season pass yet.
maybe.
So I think it was just like with DLC, and then you bought that one, then you got the codes to get the DLC later, and it was like cheaper than purchasing the DLC separate.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like Gearbox has done right on these games previously, and they'll continue to do so with this game.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about how Elden Ring is, if they even plan to do any kind of DLC for that. I don't think so.
Dude,
I don't know that
I
they've
don't know.
done that in the past for their other games.
I tried to stay away from that
from-
game.
Do you know if there was DLC for any of the Souls games?
I do not.
I
Yeah.
think there
I
was,
never
but I don't know.
I don't
Got
know either.
far enough to play DLC.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like, hey, I killed a skeleton.
Yep.
Oh, that second skeleton killed me.
Right.
I'm fucking not playing this. But Elden Ring looks different and like does look amazing and looks like a game I could spend 600 hours playing.
Yeah.
I need to not spend 600 hours playing video games.
Unless it's Tiny Tina's with me.
And Dave, but he doesn't have it.
And
Or have
internet.
internet.
I think Tiny Tina's is going to be good for about 100 hours. I don't know that I'm going to go much further
I'll
than
put
that.
more than that in it.
Yeah, you love it. I don't love it.
Yeah.
It's fun. But I don't know. I don't. I didn't want to say it, but I guess I will. All the things you said you liked are the things that I don't like about it. Like, I don't like the table talk.
Oh.
Like, even when it's not talking over everything else, like, it pulls me out. Like, I don't like feeling like I'm playing a fake story. Like, I understand it's a fake story. I get that, and that's okay. I
But
don't
it's
like
a fake
feeling
story.
that, right. So, like, not only am I playing through a story, I'm playing through a story of people playing through a story. And like, it's super weird to me, and I can't get into the game as far as like the story goes. But like, the combat is a lot of fun, which has always been my favorite thing about Borderlands.
Oh yeah.
But and then I don't particularly like the way the game looks. Like, it doesn't bother me as much as the other ones did. But I don't.
I don't know. I've always loved Borderlands. How it
Yeah.
looks, how it plays.
It's just one of those to each their own. Type
Yeah, no,
things. It's
I
not like
totally understand that.
I don't necessarily feel like there's anything wrong with the game. It's
Yeah.
just like not particularly some of the things in particular bother me.
Yeah. But I would give it like a 9.
Damn.
Stallions out of butts.
What?
I'd probably give it a 7.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
It's better than most games I've played. Because like I'm not a fan of video games. Like 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 I like playing video games that I like, but other than that, like it doesn't take a whole lot for me to be like, fuck this game.
Yeah.
Like Dying Light 2. I was like, this is awesome at first, and I was like, this is the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah, I played that entirely too much, I think.
Yeah.
Well, it was basically because I was waiting for this, but
Yeah. And I'm like, open world sandbox RPGs, like those are like primarily what I like to play. Other than like first person shooter, like multiplayer games. But I need a good one of those.
You want more RPG.
Yes, I want more RPG elements in my first person shooter games.
Yeah. Because this is like the RPG part of this is only in the like numbers, not in the role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's not because there's no like when you talk to another character, it doesn't like cut to their faces and like you talking to them. It's just like it's very what is it? It's sprites, is that what they're called in older games? Like the little characters, and then it does have a lot of feel. It's like it's an older game too, which I think is interesting. But yeah, that's actually one of the things I did want to complain about is there isn't enough, like your skill tree is like your skill tree. And like there's not a lot of variation. There doesn't appear to be a lot of variation other than mix matching classes, which like is okay, but like I like when you're like, hey, I'm gonna play a berserker, and then you have like 4 different ways to play the berserker. And like if they'd have done that also with mix and matching the classes, I think that would have made the character creation a lot more in depth as far as like being able to build individual characters. Instead, I feel like pretty much anyone who's going to play a berserker, it's going to come out the same. Anyone who's going to play one of the other characters, it's just going to pretty much like come out the same, aside from the multi-class aspect.
Yeah, I don't think you're right at all about that, but I get that like if all 6 classes had 4 trees, then that would obviously increase build diversity.
Yeah.
But I don't agree that every berserker is going to come out the same way because you have 5 other classes to mix with it.
Yeah. So like you have like 6 variations for each.
Yeah, so
class,
every
right?
class basically has 6 trees. Because you start in one, and then you have 5 other ones that you can dabble in one of.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have, at the very least, if there's only one thing that each class can donate to that starting class, then each one of those is gonna have 6 variations.
Yeah, but like the variations are gonna be like derivative of the other variations. So if you like pick 2 classes and go like down the middle of one class and then pick another class and go down the middle of that class, like it'd be the same vice versa.
Not necessarily.
So like it would be,
because it depends. You can put different amounts of points in stuff because if you're choosing one or the other, you can like pick a different capstone.
Right. I mean you can, but it's also like there's not like the companions like are fairly similar as far as like reading through them anyway. I haven't played them.
Nah, they act different. They like work differently and stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, from the verbiage on the screen, they do not appear to act differently.
Okay.
But so that, I mean, that's where I'm at. Like, it just doesn't like it's not like Skyrim. It's not like other RPGs where like you have these super diverse builds, and it's I don't know. I don't see it. Like
that's fine.
It just looks like a repetition of what you could do across all the classes being very similar.
Okay.
I don't know. But that's like, I mean, it's still like a fun game. It's just not as RPG as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. I mean more like making choices and stuff. That's the kind of RPG that it's not, but Borderlands never has been. So
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. There were people that were mad about that, and I'm like, I don't understand why you thought that was going to be a thing.
Yeah. I also thought it would have been more interesting had they not used like guns in the fantasy setting. Had it been like strictly magic and melee, which is what I don't know. I thought that would have been
Yeah, it would have radically changed it, and they wouldn't
yeah.
have been able to use the same engine. I don't think.
Yeah, that could also be true.
I'm sure it was brought up when they were making it, but
Yeah. I mean, I definitely suggest playing it. Like
I'll probably play it.
Nathan, who doesn't like first-person shooters typically at all, like is playing the shit out of it and loves it. So, I mean that says something about it that I can't say. So
yeah. All right. Well, that's it for Tiny Tina's, I think.
Is that all for the Tiny Teen?
Yep.
Knows?
Yes.
I don't know why I said it like that.
I don't either.
Are we ready for Hanging Big Brain with Dave? Is that what we have next?
That is what we have next.
That is what we have next.
You guys ready? I know you missed me last week.
We did miss you.
We did.
You guys didn't get a fun game.
We didn't get a fun game.
Well, welcome to Hanging Big Brain with Dave. This week, I got a quiz for you.
Okay.
This is a female lead quiz.
Female lead, like
in movies.
Movie okay.
Leads.
Okay. Not porn.
Not porn.
Okay.
That's next week.
Riley Reid.
Damn it, Shane won.
Me and
So this is a typical quiz. I got 10 questions. I also have buzzers. You got buzzers. Shane? Is your buzzer? Yep. I kept it simple this week. Kept your buzzer simple this week. Russell, is your buzzer working? It's not working.
It worked.
I don't hear it. Like a dog whistle button?
Yeah. Dog whistle.
Oh. Well, the dog didn't bark.
That doesn't work.
Bang! How's that buzzer?
That's a good buzzer.
All
That's the one I installed for you to use specifically.
Sorry,
one of those words.
I was hitting the other button.
Specifically.
I'm drowning.
All right, you guys ready? For question 1 of the female movie leads roll.
Oh, man.
Well, that didn't come out right. Female movie leads, the quiz.
Okay.
All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
Sarah Connor is the mother of the Resistance in which film series? Shane.
Terminator.
Damn right she is. Pick it up, Russell.
I forgot my noise. My buzzer forgot its sound.
Yeah, that's weird. I gave you a forgetful buzzer this week.
I think mine was different too. I gotta go back to the.
I left that one there for you in case you forgot.
All
in case your buzzer forgot. What series? This is question 2, by the way.
Oh.
What series gave us Katniss Everdeen? I'm gonna go with Russell on that. That's close, but it's Russell.
The Hunger Games.
Correct. Or if it's me, the Hungry Games. Just me every night. Thank you.
Thank you for laughing at that.
Question number 3. Do you know the name of the character that Pam Grier made famous in 1974? Shane?
Jackie Brown?
No, incorrect.
Shit.
Foxy Brown.
Correct.
Foxy Brown.
Correct.
Son of a bitch.
That was a little tricky there.
It was.
She played Jackie Brown in the movie Jackie Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was not in the 70s.
No.
No.
Number 4. Do you remember which movie first introduced audiences to Natasha Romanoff, the Black Widow? Shane?
Iron Man 2.
Correct. So currently, Shane is winning.
No. It's 2-2.
It's 2-2. Never mind.
Yep.
Shane and Russell are tied.
You can tell me to catch up anyway. I know that's what you wanted to say.
I did. Catch up, Russell. I'm always pulling for Russell to win. Question number 5. Alice never gets a last name despite being the hero of 6 movies. In which franchise? Shane.
Resident Evil.
Correct. Shane is currently winning. Russell, would you please catch up?
Catch up.
Jeez. Fucking brutal over there.
Got a lot of money on Russell.
Well, you fucked up.
I always do. Question number 6. In which film was Lorraine Broughton kicking butt?
Lorraine Broughton?
Broughton.
Bah.
Russell.
Is that Natural Born Killers?
Incorrect.
Isn't that Juliette? No, that's not Juliette Lewis. Who's that?
I forget her name.
Natural Born Killers?
Yeah.
It's Juliette Lewis.
Okay.
I thought that was her name in the show.
Oh.
Incorrect.
What was the name again?
Lorraine Broughton.
I don't know.
Atomic Blonde.
Oh, I never saw that.
Question
that was
7.
Charlize Theron, though, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I know the movie. I just never watched it. I didn't know what the fucking character was.
Question 7. What's the name of the vampire who fights werewolves and other nefarious vamps in the Underworld films?
Bah.
Russell.
Selena.
Correct.
Is it Selena or is it Celine?
Oh, it's Celine.
Celine.
My bad, Russell. It was Celine. My bad.
No A. It's E.
Yeah, Celine. Shane gets the point. So sorry.
Pretty sure they call her Selena in the movie. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen it.
I'm gonna have to give it to Shane.
Just
Sorry, Shane.
IMDb it.
Okay.
Just make sure. Just want to make sure.
No,
you know.
that's fine.
Boop, 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 boop. That's the IMDb sound.
But now I
You're going through it in your head.
yeah,
And you're like, Selena.
but we also just watched Batman Returns yesterday, so
It is Celine, according
Celine.
to
Okay.
Google
Okay.
and IMDb.
All right. Yeah.
So I'm sorry. Shane gets the point.
The
gets the
judges
point.
say that you don't get the point.
The judges say, I award you no points and may God have mercy on your soul.
It wasn't that bad. He was one letter off.
A simple no would have been all right. All right, so Shane is currently winning.
5-3 then?
Yes,
I think
5-3.
it was 4-3, right? What question are we on?
We're on question 8.
4-2.
Yeah.
Okay. I know I was 2 ahead then.
Yeah.
4-2. Yeah.
4-2.
Yep.
Angelina Jolie starred as a CIA agent.
Sorry.
We good?
Nope. Yes. We're good.
We're not good.
ready. We're good. We're good.
Question 8.
Sorry.
Angelina Jolie starred as a CIA agent in Salt. What was her first name? What was her first name?
I knew the name of the movie. I don't know the name of the character, Dave.
Shane.
Veruca?
I'm not even sure that's a name, but no,
It's totally a name. I think isn't that like a... Who's Veruca Salt, guys? That's a name from
Veruca,
something.
Jamaica.
Veruca.
Oh, I want it.
Veruca. There's a name from something. I hope it's not porn.
Narrator, it was porn.
Meanwhile, where's Nathan at?
Bah.
Russell?
Jessica.
No.
Okay.
It was Evelyn.
Jolene.
I guess.
Jolene.
Jolene.
Jolene. Don't get me started on Dolly Parton. Next week will be all Dolly Parton questions.
From 9 to 5.
Oh, what a way to make a living. Gotta love Dolly Parton. Question 9.
Question
Mhm.
9.
Dolly Parton Question mark?
Valley
Yes.
World, 9 to 5.
Question 9. In which film franchise are you going to see Laurie Strode? Shane. Almost said Russell.
Rushane.
Shane.
Halloween.
Correct. Russell, you got one more question.
You got to call on me. I can't answer it if you don't call on me.
Fair.
You got to buzz in first.
You got to be quick on that buzz.
I know.
Question number 10.
Yeah.
Lilu was the female lead for what movie?
Lilu.
Shane.
Fifth Element.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Lilu Dallas, multipass.
Uh-huh.
Well, Shane has won by a lot.
Oh, is
Russell.
that it? 10 questions?
It's 10, yeah.
Wow, you really fucked me this week. I still thought I had time to catch up. Damn, Dave. Damn.
I was ahead by
Sorry.
like 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you'd asked 5 more questions, I might have caught up.
All right, give me a half hour. I'll come up with 5 more questions.
All right. Just the next 5 questions, the answer is Dolly Parton, okay? Right?
Do you have a refractory period on your quiz questions?
Yes, I do. Takes a lot of effort.
Oh my god.
That has been Hanging Big Brain with Dave.
Hanging.
I'm gonna try not to make all the games quizzes, but it's the easiest to do.
I don't think there's a problem with that.
Yeah.
But
I
I'll
think
be
that's
creative,
fine.
do some other games.
Okay.
I think that's fine.
Okay, we'll do that too. All right, that's all I have.
Okay, you'll do what to?
Whatever, I don't know. I don't
It's okay,
fucking know
buddy.
what's going on, man. I'm freaking out, man. What's going on?
Dave, did you
Snozzberries taste like snozzberries.
Oh,
Did you
no,
eat
man.
the snozberries? Because
Oh,
I'm going to tell you,
jeez.
those weren't snozberries.
Oh no!
Even though they tasted like snozberries.
I don't know what's going
End the
on.
show?
I'm going to end the show because I lost the bit. This has been the DQP Weekly. I've been Yup Boy.
Yeah, boy.
And with me always is the lovely Hype Man Shane.
Hype. I don't know why he was called me lovely. Like, I don't know
know.
what the fuck just happened.
You're lovely. AKA the Shane Dog. And AKA again, Shane Nasty.
Ew, that's gross.
Also, we have the Rambling Man Russell,
Hey. Thanks for joining.
AKA Russellmania.
Oh, yeah.
And as always, Producer Russell.
Like our Facebook page at Drafty Quarters Productions, our YouTube page at Drafty Quarters Productions, where you can now see videos of our hostful or weeklies. I fucked it up.
He did it, I
didn't. Also, join us on Twitter and Instagram. You can find us under @DraftyQ. And for $1, we ask you for $1 every month to donate to our Patreon. It is our general support tier, and we will be using that to purchase new equipment eventually once we've received enough $1. So we appreciate those of you who are supporting us,
Yes.
Yeah.
and those of you who are not. Feel free not to, but we'd really like it if you also did. So join us on Patreon under Drafty Quarters Productions.
Hell yeah.
Also follow me on TikTok.
Yeah.
I need more TikTok followers. And then I'll start posting TikToks. Right? That's how it works. You get the followers first.
You get followers
You post first. Get the followers. I know that's not how it's worked for the show, but
I don't know how the internet works.
I
Just
don't either,
follow
man.
me on TikTok at Russell James DQP.
Hell yeah.
hell yeah.
I got nothing to
Oh yeah.
promote after that.
Oh,
Thank you for listening.
have a wonderful whatever.
Yeah. Whatever you're doing, have it.
Oh, I watched Halo.
been a production of the Drafty Quarters Podcast Network.